Welcome everybody. Apologies for not keeping to the 2:30 time. There's some technical difficulties. We adjusted. It's about 3:03, I think. Good time. It's any time to get this started. So my name is Kylen Rae. First of all, I love you. Thank you for being present. Thank you for being here. Today will be a guided meditation. We'll be focusing on the heart chakra energies and center ourselves in that heart chakra energies. I actually have a threefold chakra flame meditation I would like to present very soon, but of course we need to open up our heart energies and start with this one, and as well as open up our lower chakras and get up into those higher ones. But yeah, today we're going to be working on our heart center. The mantra for the heart is Yam, and we will actually be doing that mantra. If you can, take yourself outside, get situated, or you can go in your living room, anywhere you feel like super comfortable, your bedroom, if you got a little chair or something. Take your time, go get prepared, go get ready. Hello to everybody who's joining us. Like I said, love you once again. So we're gonna wait a little bit. We're gonna just give a little time to make sure all the energies come here and get welcome. We're gonna give a thanks to our ancestors, our guides, our angels, and the prime creator and our source. And then after the meditation, I got the Kabbalah. I was thinking about reading another principle, and then going over the principle of mental, and then the principle of vibration. Going over the principle of mentalism again, and then going over vibration, and then kind of discussing that and seeing how far we can get along with that. But yeah. All right, let's start in now by welcoming our ancestors. Thank you again for being present, and let's get ready to relax and get centered. Apologies for any noises. We're in nature. Ancestors, we call you and welcome you here, Ashe. We thank you for being present. We call you our angels, our guides, all those who protect us in righteousness, love, and light. We thank you for all you've done for us in past, present, and future. And we thank you for being here now, surrounding us with your love. As we focus on our heart chakra energy, we ask that you bless us, center us, and ground us with Mother Earth, the universe, the multiverse, and all that is love. Again, you can put your hands into the heart chakra mudra. Then we're taking your thumb and index, placing it on your left leg, up like this. And then you're going to take your right hand, thumb, index, and place it over that heart chakra center. You're going to breathe into your heart chakra center. We're going to take 6 deep breaths, getting us aligned, connected to Mother Gaia, the central sun of the multiverse. Seeing a white column of healing light and an emerald green healing light coming down upon us as we do this. Coming from our heads to our feet, and below to the center of the earth, to its beautiful heartbeat. For our first breath, we're going to breathe into the nose, inhaling, taking it in, holding at the top for 3 seconds, 2, 3, exhaling, doing the same when you get to the bottom of the breath, emptying out the belly, inhale again, holding for that 3 seconds, and release. At each breath, you are going to see light coming into your breath at the inhale, releasing all that no longer serves you or brings you grief in your exhale. Setting the intention at each holding moment to have love and light in your heart at all times, in your every action. And these last deep breaths, go at your own pace. And allow yourself to flow naturally with your breath. Now, when you finish your last breath, I want you to take your attention to the center of your chest. I want you to see a green light within. Saying that every time you breathe in, filling the belly, this light begins to grow brighter and brighter. Exhaling, feeling it pulsate throughout the body, the mind, and the soul. This makes you want to deepen the breath, getting more aligned into flow. You feel grounded and connected to the earth beneath you. You feel aligned with the universe and sky above you. You feel protected in the white column of healing light and the emerald flame of healing light that is focusing on your beautiful and most gracious heart chakra center. In this moment, you feel aligned. In this moment, you are fine. As you continue to breathe, you feel yourself deepening into relaxation, finding the flow, that beautiful green light. Allow the love to vibrate all around you. See this love going all over the room you are in, the areas beyond your sight, the mind's eye, wrapping itself around the world. Feel how powerful and strong your heart and your love is as it pulsates and surrounds the love with warm, green, healing energy. This time, I will begin to chant the mantra for the heart chakra. You may chant along if you desire, when you feel compelled, or you may listen. Just breathe. Saying the Yam mantra, the exhale. Yam. Yum. 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 allow yourself to come back to your body, feeling refreshed, relaxed, renewed, deep in that heart space center, feeling the love and the vibration of Gaia, the universe, wrapped all around you, pulsating from you. This time, feel the connectivity you have to life and love itself. This rising, when I went out for my run and my meditation, I was doing my chakras, and I was getting to the third, the solar plexus, and I got into my heart chakra. And as I got into my heart chakra, I ended up having to use the bathroom profusely. Like, I just had to go. And came to my realization, because intuition said, hey, you're going to say this for later, that it was going to be necessary for today's meditation, the attention that I had, and for the attention I had to help spread this love and light vibration, to do my part. Right now, it is very important that we learn how to delegate our principles, our priorities, and what really matters, and to really feel in our hearts the love and the essence of that, and the wisdom it takes to be loved. When everything around us is saying to stay home, to not connect, to keep yourself distanced from each other, whether this is socially, emotionally, or physically. Right now is a great time to remember that love defeats all. That in this moment, there is nothing that should keep us from being connected in any way. We are truth seekers and light bringers, all of us, no matter if we are awakened or asleep. It is our choice to open our hearts with love and to evolve in love, or to learn lessons through karma and a will of dharma. If you have the inkling to show love, do so. If you are afraid to show love, do so. The more you conquer that fear, the more you say, this anxiety is showing me what to do. This is why I am so shaken to the core. You will grow and practice that love to a greater extent. It is time that we think of those who are not able to do for themselves, or do not have the opportunities as we. It is time that we give to those who are without, who are truly suffering, who have no home to stay in. Those who get affected most harshly, whether they be incarcerated in a prison or jail, whether they be homeless, whether they be someone who does not have enough, suffering for profit. It is our time to think about what world we really wish to live in, and then create that, to build that, and to see it through to the end. To follow through with the intent of love and light in truth, and knowing that there is no duality, there is no opposite. Everything that is here is created from our minds, and it is the same thing at a different degree. When we see someone who we see as evil, or bad, or good, it is the same entity, but we see it from a different light. Those who are surrounding themselves in the vibration of evil, hate, worthlessness, or discord are just the same as those who surround themselves in love, light, and truth. They are just overtaken by their darkness, and they do not see the reality that they have a choice to choose something higher. Through the plane and principles of mentalism and vibration, one can raise the consciousness to a high enough level to shift the vibration of those around them. That is how we got to the state we are now. But instead of using the vibration of love, we were used and also used the vibration of dominance, fear, and control as a collective. If we begin to utilize our energies and a vibration as they are truly to be meant to be used, to show us that we are something more than the physical, something more than the temporary, we will see a blessed outcome. Nothing that is written in a religious storybook, nothing is to be prophesized. It will be shown to us when we are ready and as we are ready. But we will know it'll come because we are operating from love and only that. Discern through in these times. See what's really important to you. Whom you really want to be. What does tomorrow mean for you? Without fear. And that is when you are living in love. When you choose to never separate yourself from that alignment. I'm going to get into the Kabbalah by the 3 initiates. Excuse me, not the principle of vibration today. It would be the principle of mentalism and the principle of correspondence. And that is the as above, as below, as below, as above. So, the principle of mentalism. The principle embodies the truth that all is mind. It explains that the all, which is the substantial reality, underlying all that outward manifestations and appearances, which we know under the terms of the material universe, the phenomena of life, matter, energy, and in short, all that is apparent to our material senses is spirit, in which itself is unknowable and undefinable, but which may be considered and thought of as a universal, infinite, living mind. It also explains that all the phenomenal world or universe is simply a mental creation of the all, subject to the laws of created things, and that the universe as a whole and in its parts or units has its existence in the mind of the all, in which mind we live and move and have our being. So this is what this is saying is, all of us, every single reflection and fragment of us, and every piece of us as an individual unit, just like each cell of our body makes up the whole, right? Like even our flesh and their skin and this vessel ends up being like one large cell, one large organ. We are, in that sense, micro, macro to the greater universe, to the prime creator, to the essence that is. But in this form, where we see physical, it is all of the light that is wrapped and intertwined from the mental plane and the mental reality of that meditation from the all. This is saying, not only are we a meditation, but in every waking moment that we think and we act and we move, or we are in rest, we are also meditating. Therefore, what we have constructed in our mind is now the result of what our reality is. That is the cause and effect. Kind of goes in correspondence as well, going next to the next principle. So when you are thinking of how you think of self, how you think of others, and the attachment, when you get on the emotional plane, and you put this together with the logic of this, and you match these together, you'll see that there's a lot of either your emotion or your mental plane being contorted, or under the guise of ego, or the guise of you may not be worthy enough, but it is false. And that is a trick of the mind, a trick of the subconscious being programmed to feel unworthy. And if you shift that vibration, you shift that energy in the mentalism from I am unworthy, or I do not belong, or I am not destined, or I am not meant to create, and you realize that I am creator, I am love, I am wisdom, I am peace, I am the all, and all is mine and the all and mind of the all. And when you remember that you walk this mental plane because you've already done it in a different plane of existence, in a subconscious, in a higher reality, and what you're doing is downloading and bringing that existence into this reality, into this mental plane, from your spark and connection from the creator, from the infinite source, from the universal mathematical code, that even if you want to say the song of the universe, whatever you subscribe to, that energy that we know as true life and true creation, its energy is from the mental plane of meditation in which we are all in. All right. The principle of correspondence. Oh, no, excuse me. Let me continue. This principle, by establishing the mental nature of the universe, easily explains all the varied mental and psychic phenomena that occupy such a large portion of the public attention, and which, without such explanation, are non-understandable and defy scientific treatment. An understanding of this great Hermetic principle of mentalism enables the individual to readily grasp the laws of the mental universe and to apply the same to his well-being and advancement. The Hermetic student is enabled to apply intelligently the great mental laws instead of using them in a haphazard manner. With the master key in his possession, the student may unlock many doors of the mental and psychic temple of knowledge and enter the same freely and intelligibly. This principle explains the true nature of energy, power, and matter, and how all these things are subordinate to the mastery of mind. One of the old Hermetic masters wrote long ages ago, "He who grasps the truth of the mental nature of the universe is well advanced on the path to mastery." And those words are as true today as at the time they were first written. Without this master key, mastery is impossible, and the student knocks in vain at many doors of the temple. This means is when we have sciences, we have these things that are so absolute. When you realize that you are creating something that is very fluid, and it is malleable, and it is adaptable, and it changes with your thought process, your creation, your mindset, your energy, your vibration. You are not held in by the rules of, or false rules of man in reality, but you are more at the leisure, and you are able to use the divine rules and work in divine nature and law. You are able to find out there's more to the working universe and more in front of your eyes than is there. And once you are able to see inside of the mind and use the mind's eye, you're able to really landscape all that is within your universe and your workings and your power. The principle of correspondence. Now, number 2. As above, so below. As below, so above. This principle embodies the truth that there is always a correspondence between the laws and phenomena of various planes of being and life. The old Hermetic axiom ran in these words: as above, as so below, as below, so above. And the grasping of this principle gives the meaning of solving many a dark paradox, hidden secret of nature. There are planes beyond our knowing, and when we apply the principles of correspondence to them, we are able to understand much of that which otherwise would be unknowable to us. This principle is of universal application and manifestation on the various planes of the material, mental, and spiritual universe. It is as a universal law. The ancient Hermetists considered this principle as one of the most important mental instruments by which man was able to pry aside the obstacles which hid from the view of the unknown. Its use even tore aside the veil of Isis or Aset to the extent that a glimpse of the face of the goddess might be caught. Just as a knowledge of the principle of geometry enables man to measure distant suns and their movement while seated in his observatory, so a knowledge of the principle of correspondence enables man to reason intelligently from the known to the unknown. Studying the monad, he understands the archangel. So for me, the as above, as below is very much so the micro macro. What you create on the mental plane, you bring down to the lower plane. And the reason for a lot of, and when they say the dark phenomenon or the dark occurrences, is when you are thinking or vibrating at a lower vibration, or a vibration that puts you in the world of chaos magic or dark energies or dark vibrations or the yin energy. You have to be very aware of what you are thinking. What you think, you become. So when you are utilizing this as above, as below aspect, and you're utilizing this, the law of correspondence or the principle of correspondence, just remember everything that is being thought in that mental plane is being brought down. If there's an energy or a thought powerful enough, it will create it. It will bring it here. And if it is below, it is going to be above in some form, if greater, not, or equal to its extent and to its energies. So when we think about how much this affects us, how much we think and how much energy we place into it, and the vibration it holds and the life form it holds, and when we look at this reality now, we should ask ourselves, how much are we creating our realities? How much are we living in tune by somebody else's song, and is it that we are all in unison creating this harmoniously? This world is meant to be created by us as a whole. And if some of us are enlightened and some of us are not, or some of us are tricked, are fooled because there is symbolism that they can't understand or even break down. And then there's some of us who are not willing to teach or educate, or we believe that we need to be paid for the gain instead of just doing, because to be honest, no one likes to be lied to, no one likes to be misled, no one likes to be fooled, no one likes to be like, to wonder what more they could have done and why you didn't help if you were right there. Yes, we all have our own journeys, and we have our own karma and our dharma, and we have our parts to play. But if we can make everything easier for each other, or alleviate some of the struggle, alleviate some of the pain, and then really look at them and ask, are they necessary to continue forward? Do we need to think of, if peace no longer exists, does that mean we have to go to war? Is there another way to get back to peace? What is the way that we can truly get poverty to never exist? Because when we think about it and we realize that money does not exist, and everything we do now, we can do for free. We could go and work our jobs or our work or our careers, or start doing what we really love. So it opens up the room and the energy for those who would need to be electricians, those who would need to be police officers, those who would need to be firemen, those who would need to be real estate agents, those who would need to be spiritual gurus, etc., can do it. And then the others who aren't just thinking about how much money I can make or how much do I need to survive, so I need to sacrifice my time and my energy to this instead of what I really want to do, they can do that. They can have that thought process. They can have that room and freedom, because we freed up the consciousness, and we're not so focused on absorbing the mana or the physical energy of this world. We are more focused on spreading the love, spreading the light, spreading the energy, and making sure that everyone is enabled to reach their highest potential. When we decide to operate from the heart space center, we are able to connect with as above, as below. We are able to connect with the lower energies of the physical and the higher energies of the mental, and really discern through what it is we want to do on our paths. So today, I thank you, I love you, I honor you for being here. Thank you so much for being present with me. And if you catch this later, please contact me here or at Khonsu's Light. That is KHONSUSLIGHT for readings, or you can contact me on this IG as well. Please spread your love. If you can, give somebody you trust and you can a hug, and you feel comfortable a hug. Give love and light. I don't live in fear. I don't believe in not connecting. I believe that we all should connect in some way, in some form. So if it's not a hug, if it's not something you can take the chance on, or you feel comfortable, or you feel you can live fearlessly in, tell someone you love them and mean it. Tell someone you haven't spoken to a long time, a father, a parent, if you were disconnected or disassociated. Give them love. Give someone from your past love. Say sorry to someone that you hurt or has hurt you. Say thank you for that lesson. Thank you for being present. Thank you for being you. With that, I honor you. I celebrate you. Thank you. Your love. Ashe.